Alright guys, so we've all had these days, you just casually get on Smash Brothers, you want to play a couple rounds, and the next thing you know you're getting dumpstered off the stage 3-0, and there's nothing you can do about it. You feel completely useless. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's completely understandable, and it infuriates you, I'm sure. Well, that's where I come in. I'm here to help you get better at Smash with these 10 amazing ways to improve your Smash game. Let's get on with this. Tip number 1. Watch professional play. I can't express this enough, but when you watch professional play, you'll start to pick up on the things that they do. There's just no better source to learn how to combo and to learn how the basic mechanics of the game works than to watch somebody who's already learned it in action. Next thing you know, you'll be copying them, punch for punch, blow for blow, monkey see, monkey do, right? Tip number 2. Always, and I mean always, keep a level head. It goes without saying that people aren't as able to concentrate if they're flustered or furiated, because when you're mad, the only thing that you want to do is get revenge on the person that's making you mad. You stop focusing on the game, your gameplay gets worse because of it. What you need to do is you need to keep a level head, and you need to always be one step ahead of your opponent, not 2 steps behind. So never, or at least try not to, get infuriated in the middle of the game. If you lose a match, that's fine. Just take a couple seconds to breathe and get back into the game. Next up, get in your zone. This is really a hard one to explain, as there's no real way to define how to get in your zone and where it is when you get in your zone either. You just know. Okay, so you just know. There's like an off and on switch. Sometimes you turn it on, sometimes you don't. But the moment that you do turn it on, your game will become so much easier. Astronomically easier, because you'll be hardcore focused, you'll be landing those combos, you'll be predicting every single move your opponent will make, and sometimes you'll be wrong, but for the most part you'll be able to counter attack it. This is what I mean when you get in your zone. It basically enhances your basic skills at the game to another level, because you're just so focused. It's a hard thing to explain how to get into it, but personally for me, it typically happens when I have a strong desire to win a battle, like let's say I'm fighting a projectile using spammer, my personal bane of existence, and when I'm following the step 2, keeping a level head and really having a strong desire to win. That's typically when I get in my zone. I don't know how it'll take you guys to get in your zone, but once you find it, you'll know. You'll know that feeling, and you'll always want to be in your zone. Tip number 4. Fight people that are only slightly better than you. The reason for this is because if you fight people that are worse than you, you're never going to improve. It's very self-explanatory. When you fight somebody that's worse than you, you're just going to dumpster them. That's all there is to it. And you're also probably going to get this self-sense of security that you're still good at the game, which is not a good thing to have, because the next thing you know, you get overconfident, and overconfidence leads to losing. You always want to respect your opponent. There's never a moment where you should say, my opponent is dead, I can slow down. Never. Next thing you know, your opponent dumpsters you 3 stocks. Don't do it. Also, it goes without saying that you also don't want to fight people that are too strong than you. Because if you're fighting somebody that's way too strong for your current level, you're not going to understand a single thing that they're doing. It's one of those things that just takes practice, and you gotta fight people at your own skill level. If you fight people that are too high, you're not gonna improve. There's no way for you gonna improve. You're gonna get dumpstered on, and that's about it. Number 5. Tip 5. Now, this one is kind of this one's kind of hypocritical of me personally, but it's go to tournaments. I have never gone to a tournament in my life, and I regret it every single day. I have plans to start going to tournaments because I want to improve at the game even more, But when you go to tournaments, you can fight people at your skill level slightly better than you. You'll find good people at tournaments. And what you can do is you can have friendly matches with those people at said tournaments. You'll slowly get better, for sure. And if you don't get better, I can guarantee that the person that dumpstered you will tell you what your habit is, so that you can start to break it. Which is leading on to tip number 5. You need to fix your habits. If you don't know what a habit is, it's something that you quite often do in a match. Like, let's say you like to jump a lot. Alright, then they know that you like to jump a lot, and they're going to counter your jumping. So what you need to do is you need to fix that habit, maybe mix it up a little bit, not jump as much, maybe go in for some grabs. You just always need to keep your habits at a minimum and never let your habits get in the way of your fight, because once people have learned your habits, they can easily beat you. Tip number 7. Mix up your playstyle. Once again, this goes hand in hand with habits. If you don't mix up your playstyle and you just want to play the air game, that's fine. Really, it's fine. If you want to lose, it's also fine. Because if you just want to play the air game like I did at one point, never wanting to stick to the ground game, then guess what people are going to do to you? People are going to just shield up and they're going to grab you. That's it. Sure, you can mix it up by going to their backside after using a neutral layer, say with Yoshi, and they can't grab you anymore, but they'll still find a way to get through your defenses. They'll turn around with a smash attack. They'll do something. As long as they know what your habit is, they'll find a way to get past it. That's all I'm saying. So what you need to do is you need to mix it up. Say you're playing a lot of aerial game, right? Well, okay. How about you switch up to ground game for a little bit, do a couple grabs, a couple smash attacks maybe, and then once they get used to your ground aggressive play, play more of a defensive style. Maybe let them approach you, you back off a little bit and smash attack them. Just always be mixing up your playstyle. Never let them find a habit. If you never let them find a habit, they'll never find something to abuse in a game, and thusly you'll have a higher chance of winning. Tip number 8. Sometimes you lose, right? Sometimes you lose. Just take the L, alright? Now, I'm not telling you to just run off the stage and lose the match automatically. No. You're not going to improve if you just run off the stage and die. You never will. There's just no way to. But when I say take the L, I mean just take the L. Accept the L instead of going past it. So instead of just taking the L and saying, whatever, I lost, you got lucky. Instead, go over the match. Like, if you can record, that's even better, but go over the match in your head or on whatever recording device you recorded it on, and just look at what you did wrong. Find the things that you did wrong and try to improve on them. Like for instance, if I'm Yoshi and I press down B too much, once again, that goes back to being a habit. You can see a trend here, right? People pick up on your habits and you die. That's the big thing right now, is that people will pick up on your habits and you die. But anyways, just take the L. You'll get better watching your play and saying, okay, at such and such a time I did too many maybe down Bs as Pichu or something, and I took so much damage for no reason at all. Okay then, maybe do one down B and call it a day. You got many options to think about when it comes to this. Or maybe off edge you could have punished better, but you kept botching it because you were being too antsy. Maybe just slow it down a little bit. It's fine. That's all you need to do. But you just need to accept your L and learn from it. Instead of just passing your mistake on, learn from your mistake. That's all you need to do. Tip number 9. Now, I'm not condoning gambling or any sort of thing that will get you addicted to something that makes you spend money. But I would suggest, if you have the extra cash, play some money matches. The reason why I suggest playing money matches is when you play money matches, you have something to lose. Naturally, what you want to do is you want to win the match. It's just how it is, because you don't want to lose that money. When you do something like this, you have something to lose, and so you'll naturally want to win eat more, you'll want to win more, and thusly you'll improve your gameplay just by doing this. Because under the pressure that you might lose something, you'll naturally want to get better, and you will get better because you have a strong desire not to lose. It'll increase your desire to get better at the game. That's basically what I'm saying. And finally, tip number 10, find a main. I'll have another video that I post going more in depth about this, but you need to find a main. Find a main and a secondary. Me personally, it's Yoshi and Pichu. Those are my main, that's my main, and that's my secondary. And the reason for this is because you will not improve as much at the game if you're trying to play all 70 plus characters. It's just not how it works. And I know what you're saying right now, repeat, but I'm good at all the characters. And my response to you is that you're a special snowflake and that you should 1v1 me. I will take out all 70 plus of your characters with just my 2 mains. 10. Let me give you an extra honorable mention. Tip 11. Slow down. I know, it's a weird thing to think about in a fast-paced game, but sometimes you just need to slow down. I have discovered many a times that the reason that I lose in a match is because I'm going too quickly and I end up missing my skills because I just wasn't in the proper range to hit them, and I was being too fast to get to the place I needed to go. Sometimes you just need to slow down, concentrate on what you're doing, think about it, and sometimes you just need to wait a little bit. Like, let's say you dash up to somebody and they're holding a shield. If you wait just a little bit, they might try to grab, so you can get like a tilt in or a smash attack depending. Also, sometimes after they miss like a grab or a smash attack, they'll automatically go into a... And they won't always, so don't be like, oh, repeat, he never goes into an on-spot dodge. Sometimes they'll go into an on-spot dodge, and so maybe if you can predict the on-spot dodge, just slow down a little bit, hold your smash attack, instead of releasing it after they do their smash attack, maybe hold on a bit, wait for the spot dodge, and then attack. So when it comes to slowing down, sometimes you just need to slow down, because going fast is great, but sometimes slowing it up will mess up their tempo. It will mess up their tempo. They'll get used to you being fast, and so when you do something slow, they're not used to it. That's all there is to say about it. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope these little tips help you to improve in Smash Brothers, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.